Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR HALACHA. And here's a brand new halacha for you. And it's for Tuesday, the 9th day of November, the 5th day of Kislev. Today, we're going to do this interesting question, and that's the question of, you've probably heard that we have a halacha in our Jewish religion that you take care of feeding of your animals before you take care of yourself. That's just the way our Torah tells it to us. You got an animal, let's go feed your animal. And then you can take care of your own needs and give yourself the food you need. But today we deal with this question, which is, let's say you have some guests that are waiting on you for their food, and you have some animals that are waiting on you for their food. Who comes first? And to that, the Tiferes Yaakov says this. He says that guests come before animals. Okay, let me just clarify. We'll say it one more time. If you have guests to feed and animals to feed, your guests come first. He bases this on the Gemara in Shabbos, which says, and we know this happened to Avram Avinu, he was busy taking care of the presence of God. He was speaking with God himself, and then he saw three guests and said, I got to go take care of the guests and feed them. So he says, just kind of simply, if feeding guests comes before God, then obviously feeding guests comes before feeding your animals. Sounds even funny to say that, but think about it. If it's so important to feed guests that you even tell God, hang on, I got to go do something important, then of course feeding your guests comes before feeding your animals. Similarly, Rav Moshe says in a tshuva that feeding babies, if your babies need their bottle or something, you take care of that before feeding your animals. And the Ksav Sofer ponders, he's not conclusive about this, but he ponders the idea of maybe any Sudas mitzvah for anybody perhaps could come before animals, and that would mean on Shabbos or Yontif, where your animals need to be fed, but it's Shabbos and you're about to have the Suda of Shabbos. He ponders maybe the Suda of Shabbos takes precedence over the animals because of the greatness of the meal of Shabbos. But he's not conclusive. He said it would need some research and you'd have to look into that. I'm sorry that leaves us without a conclusion on that one. So what would you do if you knew I have my Suda Shabbos, but I also have to go feed the animals? Which one actually comes first? He doesn't conclude on that one. So sorry, we're going to leave that one hanging up in the air a little bit. You can speak to your rabbi if you know that you have this situation, kind of every week because you have a pet that you feed and sometimes he's hungry right before the Shabbos meal, then by all means discuss that with your rabbi so you'll have some guidance on that. Okay, thanks for logging on, and log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.